like kind of adding in a little movement and then something with the foot before I do this. Once I get that grip, I'll stop, move around a little, then the other person can go. That's the beginning, okay? So, like I said, once we get that, we're gonna talk about aspects of judo, wrestling, guard pole, which are the three things that you would do, right? So, I have a lot of flexibility in my ankle, right? So I'm gonna show you a couple different ways. But if I can stay squared with her, see how my foot looks right there? I made a hook. It went around it like that. So the point of contact is actually right there, right? Put it out. I can also slap it with the bottom of my foot, right? But I'm not going shin to shin like a Thai kick. I actually want to get behind the foot more. I want to get behind it a little bit more so that she's slipping forward on her toes, like when you step on ice. So that's a really good question. You can practice that by slowly, I don't want to kick the foot too many times to make it hurt, but just hand on the shoulder. So we're fighting, boom, and I get here and I start to look for stuff, and then that's the reaction I get that she's backing away. So now I can present some forward momentum. Boom. I'm going light on my friend, but in reality, I would try to like think about their face, boom, slamming into the concrete or the mat, right? That's what you'd be thinking about in a tournament or a fight with your friends. Make sure, white belts, make sure when you land, it's like, you have that forward break fall, see that spring? You're not gonna spike elbows or do straight arms, right? Or face would be the worst, right? Start everything off with moving around. See how I'm kind of like here? I'm not stiff. Even if you suck at all your wrestling and judo and guard pulling, pretend. Pretend you're awesome at it. All you gotta do is look, the beginning needs to look flowy, right? So at least have some movement, and then you start to look for your grips. And then she moves back, boom, snap down, wait, follow. So we're doing our thing, all this stuff. Boom, now I'm basically looking to see if I can get closer. If I start to get closer and she forces herself back, I'm gonna just snap down, right? But if my head gets in, maybe she's fighting with me. And then we're here. The only part that's super important is back arm, back hand, front hand. See that? Now let go, and then we got it. Some people go here, here. I just do that. Oh, I need to find another hand. Now, when I feel like the time is right, we're gonna go here. And then I'm just riding the back corner, and maybe I take it back, maybe she tries to put me in the guard and I take side control. It's really not what we're going over. The main thing is, what are we doing from that patch grip? So, 1, 2, 3, I'm looking for all my stuff, and she switches, and I find the hand. And then we're here, okay? If she gets the hands together, I might not be getting that leg out. And if they're good at the takedown, I'm already going down slow. Boom, so I'm gonna plant here and start to roll. The grip, the right hand grip, it allowed her to not be so heavy when I invert it. No gi and stuff, there's no extra grip back there. So if it's a heavy guy, your spine can pay the price here. But because of that, little have them in your closed guard and so you can work more and they're not standing up, threaten that a little bit and they're gonna dive in on you. So I don't want her grabbing me. So we're fighting here and I finally get this. And then I don't want the free hand to do a leg drag or something. So I'm thinking about that. It's the one part of her body she has free still. So I can fake it and I need to be aggressive when I pull in, okay? I always make sure that the person's eyes are about 10 inches above my eyes before I lift. Otherwise, it's leg strength. It's leg strength. It's hard to do. When she's here, I have the leverage, right? So slowly, I can keep the grips once you have it. And start to go into arm locks. That would be the last part. If you're having trouble with the throw, forget that. Just lift them. Sick, I can lift them. Then lift them, throw them. Then lift them, throw them, go to the mount. Then lift them, throw them. Keep the grips, never let go. Go to the mount, hit the arm bar. I put her in this spot where I can really try to be trapping her arm. The main thing here, guys, is that she can't pull her arm back out. So a good drill I have, like the people do in my academy, is once you get here, like Megan, can you get your arm back out? It should not be, go ahead, get it out. It should not be like that, where she could just do one pull and get it out. No, we gotta work on that. So the side of my body, stomach, ribs, hip, the grip, it's all dedicated to that arm being across my body and not being able to get pulled back to my body. So when I have this, she's not really gonna let me cross it all the way over, but I have a cross grip. So I have the beginning, and then I have this, I'm working on one side. And then whether she's standing or on the ground, you see how I can start to find that? It's just like a little push and a little shrimp at the same time. Now, I don't need to keep these same grips. I need to let go and go deeper, and then the left hand starts to look for this on the leg. With the gi, you can find a grip sometimes on the pants that you could use, but I want to try to find like this muscle. And now it's just a matter of what she's gonna do. If she puts the weight, which we're gonna have the person do, I do the pendulum sweep. Whenever I'm in that position, I personally feel like I'm good at the pendulum sweep. So when I get there, I try to work the pendulum sweep. And I try to do these other things that are not the pendulum sweep so that they defend those other things, and then I can do the pendulum sweep. But some people are really good at going out of here and then like they get to the back or they go to the arm bar, right? For me, I like the pendulum sweep, so I'm just gonna like work on that one with you guys today. So when we had the foot on the hip. If she stands up, I can lift her, and then I can also just look for this little pull and shrimp. Let go of the back grip, go deeper, start to look for the leg, go back. Everybody's so cooperative on all the moves, but if the person was frozen right here, it'd actually be hard to do the pendulum sweep. So like when I start to do this, what makes it easy is for me is the fact that they're gonna be wiggling because they hate this arm being trapped like that. The wiggling and the movement allows this to happen, on her leg super easy, and for me to get the sweep started. If she just stay frozen, don't move, I'm gonna start going to the back. She's a frozen rock, she's not following me, I'm gonna go to the back. So I just need to have you guys cooperating with each other to learn that move. So you get that position, let's go, we're here. If you find that you can't find the leg, just have her move a little bit. Now, as she starts to struggle, we pendulum sweep. The pendulum sweep, I'm sure you guys have all learned that before, right? But the thing that's new today is we got here, we tried all of our judo stuff, not working, boom, we tried all this stuff. Okay, we're in the guard, not working, okay, now we're here. That led us to the move that you already know. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna just hip out and kind of go to a scissor sweep type of thing. And I can just try to find a space for my knee to go under, and then I can move that out and obviously shoot the triangle, right? And then I can move the arm and try to get the triangle. That's a good setup to combine with what I'm gonna show you, along with everything else. But, right? I used to do this one a lot. I think you guys, Harold might have showed me this, where he grabs the collar. And then I can like be doing my normal stuff here, and I just break that grip and then shoot it. It's a similar one, I just have the cross grip and the patch grip. So I'm here, I'm just gonna move that, let go, and then I try to catch the triangle. And then you gotta fix it up and do all the stuff you normally do for a triangle. I'm gonna combine that threat, okay? The reason I combine that with this one is because I'm in the scissor sweep position, by the way, but I'm here, right? And then I can let go of everything, and I can snap down from there. It's like a hip heist, right? And then I can go to the back, just like we were doing from stand. So I can do that anytime I have the scissor sweep position. You see a lot of the MMA guys go to their hip, and then they grab wrists or whatever, and they find a way to stand up from there. It's good. So anytime I'm here, if I want to, elbow, and then I get up onto my elbow, and now from here I'm stretching and trying to push with the top leg, and I just go to my knee, and then it'd be a lot of power, and then I'm trying to go to the back. And then you do a diagonal under the armpit. These are really good grips, right? Let me break. And then you can play, like, go ahead, play around, get up. Keep going. They're good grips, dude. And you don't have to have hooks, and you don't have to have other unders. And just add it into your shit. You know, you got 1 and 2. This is a little under the lat, I noticed. It's not pure middle. So I have a diagonal thing here. And don't forget, you can just stand back up and snap them down the north-south. You can re-put the hooks in. And obviously that's not a move, it's a control thing. But I really wasn't ever doing that before. I was like working on this shit. And this is good, you might need it, you might lose, and then you get this, you know what I mean? So I would just play with that, and then we can see where we're at after that.